All right, so I'm going to be sharing my occupational therapy practice framework and me assignment. And in the OT practice framework, there are a number of different occupations that can make up a person's day to day life. And the one that really stuck out to me and is the biggest contributor to my personal identity is family participation. And that's going to be a subcategory of social participation. So, family participation is described by AOTA as engaging in activities that result in interaction in specific required and or desired familial roles. And I think that the reason that engaging in family activity is so important to me is because my family, my parents in particular, really ingrained that as a value in both mine and my siblings' lives at a young age. And this value is a personal factor that I still hold and prioritize in my life now. So, since I was a toddler, I've always kind of had a friendly personality. I like being around other people and spending time with them. And my family was in my immediate environment. So, that's really who I interacted with a lot growing up. And I was always interested in being with my siblings or parents with any activity I did. And here you can see me reading a book with my brother and playing with a little stuffed monkey with my dad. And while I did view family participation as important throughout my whole life, I do think the age played a factor. So during these specific stages, it looked a little different and impacted how I engaged with my family. So as a toddler, my family members were typically the ones guiding the interaction. All right, so moving into my pre adolescence, I was able to engage in more communication about my feelings and talk more in depth with my family about personal struggles I was going through or maybe problems I was facing at school. And this really allowed me to have a sense of support moving forward and allowed me to feel comfortable being open with my emotions. I also, during my pre adolescence, was given the role of being a big sister. So my little sister was born, and that totally changed my environment. So the number of siblings that I was interacting with grew from one to two, which may not sound like a lot, but it definitely changed a lot of things. But most importantly, it gave me more opportunities to engage in meaningful activities and create these special memories with my siblings. And like I said, it gave me the role of being a big sister. So now not only was I just hanging out with my sister, but I was also guiding her and learning about new skills and kind of acting as a role model. So I wasn't only focused on my day to day life activities, but as well as hers. And this taught me a lot about responsibility and leadership as I grew older. All right. And in addition to just having positive day to day life interactions and creating these special bonds with family members, we also had rituals that we engaged in. So every year we have a big Christmas Eve dinner with all of my extended family. I included some pictures here. This was pre COVID, obviously. So just all of us eating at my house and a picture of me with my family. And this tradition has been going on for a long time, but it was especially important during my pre adolescent years because so much of my time was spent at school or sports practices or with friends. So it gave me a chance to kind of be forced to spend time with my family with my busy schedule going on. And it really made me realize how important time together is and that I should value and prioritize family time a little bit more. And lastly, moving into my adulthood, I'm still living at home with my family. So we're all still very connected and spend a lot of time with one another. And one way that I engage in family participation as an adult is by going on daily walks with my mom and sister. So you can see in this picture here, it's not the most flattering, but my sister took a picture of me, and this is on one of our daily walks. It was obviously a cold day out, but it's a special part of my day where I get to kind of share some highlights with my mom and sister, and we get to just chat about how our day went. And it really taught me to be a good listener and how to provide appropriate feedback and maybe advice. And it's become a routine that we all really enjoy and look forward to. It promotes quality time and exercise, which are both very important roles in overall wellness. So, in conclusion, my family is and really will always be a huge part of my life. And the interactions that I've had with them have really given me important life skills and have helped me grow into the person that I am today. And here is the reference that I used. It was obviously the Occupational Therapy Practice Framework, and that is created by the American Occupational Therapy Association, or AOTA.